I'm working on the transom today, cleaning up the welds, grinding up the welds. As you can see, probably on the edge there, I'm just grinding each side of the weld to a sharp edge, and I'll go back after and knock that sharp edge off and then round it, use a grinding disc or a grinding pad, and round that off nicely. I've had a bit of trouble when I was welding with the wind. You get a bit of breeze, and you only got to get a touch of a breeze under here, and you can probably see little marks there. Where else? That's a particularly bad one there. If you look at that bubbling you can see there, that's caused by wind getting into the weld, blowing the shielding gas away. So any of those areas, look at that one there, that's really bad. Any of those areas I'll have to grind that out after I've just smoothed it off. Grind that out completely, and re-weld and re-grind it again until I get rid of it completely. Any pits like that, any holes that left in the steel, the seawater will eventually creep in there and start to eat away at it. Even if you paint over it, there's a chance the paint won't go all the way into the holes or the dips. So you've got to try and get every little last bit out. But other than that, overall the transom's looking really nice now. I'm quite pleased with it. And if I get this grinding up finished early enough today, I'll start on that, filling in that top area there. You can see along the top of the transom. Okay, as I said in probably one of the previous posts, I'll fill that with a plate laying at about 30 degrees forward. So we've got a slight, like a slight dog leg laying forward on the top of that transom there. Gives it a nice shape. Just a nice aesthetic thing to do. So yeah, overall it's coming on pretty well. Well, it's Friday morning again. I've managed to negotiate a 4-day week with work, so I work extended hours on the 4 days to make up the full 38-hour week, and then I get Friday off on the boat, so it gives me a long weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm up here, it's about, I don't know, 8:45 in the morning. You can see there's still a lot of water on the boat that's just from moisture overnight, just a condensation. But that'll dry up as the sun's coming up. That'll dry up in no time at all. I'm just going to flick this top cover up, and I'll give you a bit of a rundown of what I'm going to be doing today and over the weekend. So you can see what I've done at the back here, as I've already trimmed the transom, or the poop deck, to the line of the transom, and you can see from that gap there that the transom comes up and then it's going to lean forward. It's about a 30-degree lean, so I've cut this plate to go and fill that bit there in. So today that's what I'll be doing. I'll be getting this plate up in place temporarily, marking it up, trimming it off, and then welding it on. Hopefully we'll get that done today and weld it up if everything goes to plan. As you can see in this clip, I've got a piece of plate cut and ready, and I've just tacked it in position above the transom, ready to fill that area in. I'll pull the ends in and tack weld them on, and what I'll do is, you can see there, I'm just going to mark a line in the centre at the top, and then I'll just put a reference mark at each end, and then when I take the plate and put it back on the bench to plasma cut it, I'll use an aluminium tube batten to put it around those reference marks and give me the shape that I want to cut out. That way I can come back after, put the plate back in position, and then I can actually lift the poop deck plate up or down to meet that that curvature of the plate that I've cut for the transom, and hopefully that will give me an even camber right across the top. What I've just been doing with this piece of plate is using a batten. It's actually a long aluminium tube that's flexible. I've taken the reference marks from the camber of the poop deck at the back, transferred it with chalk onto the plate, and I've used this batten with magnets to hold it in place to give me a nice even camber curve right across the plate. So I just took a reference point at each end and one in the centre off the actual structure, and then use that tube to give you that nice, by flexing it around, giving it a nice camber shape. This edge here actually lines up with the top of the transom. That's already been marked, actually using the transom as a bit of a template. So once this is lined up with the top of the transom and tacked on, I'll then use the curve that I've already cut for the poop deck camber, and I'll actually bring the edge of the aft edge of the poop deck, or bring it down and tack it in line with this nice camber cut. Rather than try and get the camber on the poop deck perfect first, I get a nice camber on the plate, and then I'll tack weld the back edge of that poop deck camber in line with this, and again that will give you that nice, hopefully overall camber across the top of the back. So in a moment we'll cut it out with a plasma cutter and we'll see how it fits afterwards.